Welcome to our March edition of Corps Connection, our monthly look at what your U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is working on for our nation and its warriors. I'm Patrick Bloodgood. We start this episode with a look at continuing efforts to get those affected by Hurricane Helene back on their feet. Wilmington District Commander Colonel Brad Morgan updates us on the ongoing debris removal mission in western North Carolina.
February 1st was the first day we were able to get into the waterways to start doing our waterway debris removal, which is pretty substantial. Just over the last 3 weeks, we've collected over 300,000 cubic yards. Just this last weekend alone, we collected 80,000 cubic yards of debris from the waterway.
In addition to the work your U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is performing in North Carolina, USA's recreational areas located in the path of Hurricane Helene also received a tremendous amount of damage. Volunteers who help at our J. Strom Thurmond Dam and Lake campgrounds provide their perspective on the impacts the storm had on the parks in Columbia County, Georgia.
We got up to the bathhouse probably about 12:30. At 2:10, the power went out. I'm laying there and you can hear trees just boom, boom, boom. When you wake up and see it, you're heartbroken because that's your part that you love, that you've put blood, sweat, and tears into, and it's destroyed.
A few of the areas are beginning to reopen for public use. However, there is much work to be completed. To track which areas are available, check out the link to the Savannah District website in the video description. The Pittsburgh District is in the process of finalizing the removal of infrastructure along the Monongahela River. In 2024, they removed Dam 3 to open up approximately 33 miles of uninterrupted river to navigation. The next phase of the project is to remove the lock chambers, which will be ongoing for the next few years.
So the first big step to removing the lock walls is actually going to be removing these gates here. The contractor is going to be working on removing the railings and access paths, and then they're going to get a big crane in, a big barge-mounted crane. They're going to disconnect the gates individually, pick them up, and they're actually going to float them back out into the river before setting them down just on a barge to then be taken away for the recycle purposes.
Removing the locks and dam from the river helps to eliminate an aging bottleneck that required costly maintenance and slowed the progress of commercial vessels and large tows. From the removal of one lock and dam to the maintenance of another, our St. Paul district is working on the anchorages of Lock and Dam 9 near Eastman, Wisconsin, along the Mississippi River. The project involves the district's maintenance and repair crew making concrete repairs and installing newly fabricated anchorages in the lock.
Maintenance is important because goods and commerce moving throughout the river systems. And that's important to our nation's economy to keep products moving up and down the river.
The work is in preparation for the delivery and installation of new miter gates, which are expected to arrive in the summer of 2026. That wraps up this edition of Corps Connection. As always, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons so that you stay in the know on what your U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is doing. See you next month in another edition of Corps Connection.